So it's that time. Welcome everybody to day 7, the power of gratitude. So I just want to congratulate all of you for 7 days, sticking with it, showing up for yourself, and you're also showing up for each other. So I really want to congratulate you. A little pat on your back. And I was thinking about the power of gratitude and how it takes commitment. That's what strengthens that power, is committing to yourself, committing to your word. That's why I'm wearing Stay Strong. Stay strong to your commitment. And I was reading something that Oprah said. I love her. She said, I realize that the commitment to do well and to be well is a lifetime of choices that you make daily. The space to live in, I'll try, or I want to, is not enough. It's I have to decide to live in that space. So with that, we'll bring our hands in front of our heart and acknowledging our commitment to ourselves and to each other. We'll open with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Take a moment, softening your head towards your heart, allowing your mind to become present with your practice, becoming present to your heart space. Think of something you're grateful for today. Breathe it into your heart space. Breathe that energy into every part of your being. Inhale, let's open up our eyes. So we're going to use our straps and come onto your knees. And if you want to use a blanket for your knees, I like to use a blanket. You can place it underneath your knees here. Curl your toes under. So your knees are about hip width apart. Curling toes under, and then sit back on your heels. And if this is too much for you, then you can sit up as such. So you might want to try sitting back, and then you might come up, and then might try coming back again. So this helps to open up the bottoms of our feet and our toes. Today we're going to be focusing on Virabhadrasana. Virya is a Sanskrit word for courage. So in honor of our strength and courage and showing up for ourselves, we're going to do 3 Virabhadrasanas today. Virabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. So take your hands apart in with the blanket or the strap. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back and open up the arms. So you want to be able to have your arms straight if possible. You might need to make your grip wider on your strap. So let's come forward and then inhale up. If you can, bring the hands back, bring them back. If not, that's okay. Just go as far as you can go. And we're going to move with the breath. Inhale forward. We'll go back and forth a couple of times and go at your own rhythm, moving with the breath and then the hands following. Going forward and back. Remember to breathe. So in our next inhale, let's bring the arms up here. And then take your right hand behind and the left arm goes up to the sky. And then come up and to the other side. And then come up and to the other side. So do this with your own rhythm. Back and forth, you can go a little faster or slower than me, whatever feels good for you. And bring your hands back to center. So if it's getting easier for you, see if you can take your grip a little closer towards your hands, a little closer on the strap. This time, you're going to inhale, draw shoulder blades onto the back. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a pencil in between your shoulder blades here. Keep your shoulder blades there the best you can, and now reach up. You should feel the shoulder blades squeeze on the back body. And if possible, this should make it easier to bring your hands back and forward. Do this a couple more times. Inhale up and back. Inhale up and forward. Moving with your breath. Fantastic. So let's take the straps over to the side and free those toes. Ooh, I can feel that. So press the tops of the feet into the earth, and we're going to roll over on the toes. Take your fingertips behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Inhale again and expand in the heart here. Draw the chin to the chest. Take a couple of breaths here, opening up in the ankles. So in our warrior poses today, it starts from the feet. So we're first opening up our feet. The feet are the foundation, opening up the bottoms of the feet and the ankles. So now we're going to come onto our backs. Come onto your back with your knees bent. We're going to work on opening up the hips here and the legs to support our warrior postures. So take your hands behind your right thigh and extend the right leg up towards the sky. Stretching the leg up, hug the muscles here above your knee as tight as you can. Press your thigh into your hands, resisting as you press the sole of your foot up towards the sky, toes curling back towards you, stretching the bottom of your foot. Release that leg and let's do the other leg. Hands behind the left leg, stretch the leg up towards the sky here. Again, remember to hug the muscles, commitment. When we have that commitment and that strength as our foundation, it helps to create more ease and freedom in our postures. Curling the toes back towards you if you can, and release that leg. Extend the arms out, palms to the earth here, and let's let the knees roll. Go over to the right side and then to the left. We're going to do windshield wipers here. Opening up our hips here and lower back. Move in the way, so your feet should be about hip width apart or a little wider. Move in a way that feels good to go back and forth. Good. Bring your feet back. So you're going to take the right leg in your right hand. Your left leg is bent. And let your left knee fall open to the side as we take the right leg over to the right side. So we're creating an opening here in our inner thighs, also in the hips and the hamstring. You'll see later this will support our standing Virabhadrasana postures. And let's bring that leg back. We'll do the other side. So take the left leg, the hand behind your left leg. Let your right knee open up and let the left leg fall over to the left. So it's not going to the floor here. And you're just supporting it with the left hand as you let the leg fall over to the left and your right knee fall over to the right. It's beginning to open up here. Vira, the Sanskrit word for courageous, the Vira postures, they're not just they help to build strength in the body, but also energetically, they help to create a foundation of strength in the mind and body. So let's bring this leg back. So you're going to cross your left leg over your right now. Bump your hips, lift your hips, take them over to the right and let the knees fall over to the left. Now grab your elbows overhead and look over to the right. A nice twist for hips and spine. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. Whenever I do twists, I always feel like I'm unwinding my spine, and it helps to still my mind when I unwind my body and help release anything that my body's holding on to, any tension. So twists are also very wonderful for the belly and the organs and the colon to help let go of any stuckness in that area, physically and energetically. So take a deep belly breath in, even though it's hard with the twists, and exhale, soften a little deeper into your twist. And let's come back. Switch legs and switch elbows. Whichever elbow you're just switch your grip with your elbows and bump your hips over to the left, lift the hips up over to the left and let the knees fall over to the right. And let's gaze over to the opposite shoulder here. We're also stretching in the side body here. Deep inhale and long exhale. And let's come back. Bring your knees in and hold you onto your knees. Make your knees a little wide. Let's rock back and forth. A little back massage here in a way that feels good. So you can rotate the knees if you like. Wonderful. Left foot to the earth. Inhale, right leg up. Stretching the toes, and we're going to rotate your foot in one direction. And then rotate the heel in the other direction. See if you can make your leg a little straighter by pressing the thigh into your hands. Great. And let's do the opposite. Press the thigh into the hands again and leg into one direction. And into the foot in the other direction. I said leg. So we do our foot. Fantastic. Take the right heel, top of the left knee, clasp behind your thigh, or if you can, get your hands on top of the shin, flex the top foot, move your right knee gently away from you. Take a couple of breaths here, Sukhi Andrasana. Eye of the needle. This is, I don't know if you remember this posture, we did it a couple days ago, helps to release the piriformis muscle, which can cause sciatica. A deep hip opener, wonderful. Extend the left leg up, pull your hands behind your left thigh, press your right knee away from you a little more. See if you can drop your hips a little more to the floor here. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathe into it. Deep inhale, long exhale. And let everything go. And we'll do the opposite side. Left heel over the right knee. Clasp your hands behind the thigh or on top of your shin. Flex the top foot and draw the knee in towards you gently. I'm sure you feel this in your left buttocks now. So you want this left foot like right at the knee. You don't want it on your thigh, right at the knee here. And try to make this top foot active by flexing it. So take a deep breath into the left hip and exhaling long. These muscles get very tight from sitting for long periods of time. So this will help with your sitting posture, also your meditation posture. Deep inhale and a long exhale. Now extend your right leg up, clasp your hand behind the thigh. Move this left knee a little bit away from you if possible. Stretching the back of your right leg. Wonderful, and release. You're gonna inhale, and we'll rock up. Hands behind your thighs, and let's rock up. Come to all fours on your mat. Hands a little above your shoulders here. Clasp the fingers and claw. So we're going to do a couple of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, soften the heart. Exhale, chin to the chest. Press hands into the earth. This is one of our favorite postures I hear from some of the students. It's one of my favorites. It's such a wonderful posture for opening up our spine. And come to a neutral posture, and let's take our right foot forward in between our hands here. Press feet into the earth and take your hands to your top of your thigh. So you can interlace your hands, sink a little bit into your hips. So if you find that you're a little wobbly here, take your front foot and walk it out a little wider. Make your stance a little wider, and then that can help you. And press the feet into the earth, and then isometrically draw your back knee and your front foot towards each other, towards the midline here, towards the core. And that will create more stability and strength also. So this is a very important principle we're going to use in our other standing postures today. Take the left hand to the earth and open up the right arm. Maybe the hips sink a little more into the earth. So you can stay here with the back knee bent or lift the back knee. Stretch through that back leg all the way to the heel and expand out through the heart. Take the hands back to the earth. So we're going to take the right knee back. Sit back for just a moment, hips to heels, forehead to the earth. Come to all fours. If you want to take a baby cobra, chin and chest to the earth and take a baby cobra. Tops of the feet press into the earth. And let's come back to all fours. And we'll do the opposite side. Left foot forward in between the hands. So root, we root to rise here. Press the front foot and the back knee into the earth and isometrically draw them towards each other. We call this hugging to the midline. And you'll see it helps you to connect to your core strength and energy here. If you need to take the left foot a little wider for your stance, then do so. Hands to the hips. And now bring your hands to on top of your thigh. Shoulders up and back and lengthen through the spine. Right hand to the earth. Inhale, open up the chest. Press the bottom hand into the earth here and open up through the heart and extend to the fingertips. If you want to lift the back leg, then do so. Hug, muscle the bone in the back leg and stretch and expand out from the heart into every direction. Wonderful. Bring the back knee to the earth, front foot, and we'll come down again to a Balasana child pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, come to all fours. Again, you can stay here on all fours or come to a cobra. Shoulders up and back, tops of the feet press into the earth. And let's come to all fours. And we'll come to our first downward facing dog. So let's walk our toes, come up high on our toes, bend the knees. Press the hands into the earth and shift your hips back. And I want you to try to make this dip in your lower back here. Try to make a dip. Making a dip in our lower back. And if downward facing dog's too much, then just stay on all fours like this. And you can move through the movement. Okay? So stick hips up into the sky. Shift the hips back. Now, if it's too much for your wrists, walk your feet back a little more. Make your stance a little longer. And we're going to drop the right heel and the left heel. We call this walking our dog. You can do it as slow or fast as you like. Moving with the breath. Now walk your feet towards your hands. Look down at your feet. Feet are inner hip width apart. Lift and spread the toes. Take your hands to the hips. Roll shoulders up and back. And inhale, rise up. And we'll come standing to the top of the mat or come to the center of the mat, however you're positioned. And we're going to open up the arms and open up the legs. So take a stance that's comfortable for you. The ankles underneath the wrists is usually a good stance for most people. Open up the right foot intersects the back leg. So we're going to press the feet into the earth. I want you to lift your toes, spread the toes as much as you can. Now place them on the earth. And press the mounds of the big toes into the earth. Now imagine you're pulling the energy up from the earth through the legs. So hug your muscle to bone, like an energy sock. Hugging muscle to bone. Feel it come into your core here. Draw the belly in. Drop your tailbone. And inhale, let's open up the arms with the palms towards the sky so the chest is open and the heart expands out through the fingertips. Keeping the chest open, now rotate your hands to the earth and gaze over your right fingertips, and we're going to bend the front knee. If your knee comes way over your ankle, then walk your foot out a little more, because eventually your heel should be underneath your knee. Gazing over your fingertips for Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2 pose. Straighten the front leg. Drop the back hand, and let's bring the top hand up for reverse warrior. And we'll come back to warrior 2 again. Press feet into the earth. Drop the front knee, gaze over the front fingertips. Now this time, become aware of your back body. So push the back foot into the earth and reach through the back hand. And now reach through the front hand and expand from the heart. Straighten the front leg. Hands to the hips. So take your right foot in and now your left foot out. And we'll do the opposite side. Press feet into the earth. Hug muscle to bone. Open up the arms. We'll move a little faster this time. Palms to the sky. Open the heart. Bend the front knee. So your stance should pretty much be where it needs to be since we just did the other side. So check your knee and your ankle. The knee should go over the ankle. Gaze over the left fingertips. Rotate the palms to the earth as you keep the chest open. Courage. Find the courage in your stance. Find the courage to be still. To stand in your stillness. And allow the courage and strength to rise up from that stillness. So straighten the front leg, back hand. And we'll do a reverse warrior as the back hand comes to your back leg. And let's come back to front again. Your feet come together. Let's come into Tadasana. Inhale, arms up overhead, hands in front of the heart. Connecting to your stillness. Inhale, let's open up the arms. Step the feet apart again, about the same stance you had before. And let's start with the right foot. And then the left foot comes in. So the front foot should intersect the back foot. So we're going to shift, take your hands to your hips and try to shift your hips towards the front, square as possible towards the front of the mat. And if it's hard for your balance, walk your front foot out a little more to the right to create a wider stance here. And that's very common for most people. So make a little wider stance. And now see if you can bring your hips a little more square. Gazing forward, one pointed focus. Let's bend the front knee. You can keep your hands on the hips or inhale, arms up overhead. You can grab your thumbs together, draw shoulders back. Inhale, open up in the heart. And then release the thumbs and extend the fingertips up to the sky. Gently gaze upwards if that's okay for you. Bend a little more in the front knee if you can. And expand out from the heart in every direction. Take the hands down. Let's bring the hands to the earth, right foot back. Let's come to our knees. Sit back for a child pose. Inhale, all fours. Step the right foot forward. Windmill the arms up. And we'll come to the other side. Right foot in, left foot out. So let's walk the front foot a little wider if you found that you needed it on the other side. So you can swing this right hip a little more square with the other one, creating a level pelvis here. So once you have that, gaze forward, bend the front knee, connect to your strength and stability. Press your feet into the earth as if you're trying to move your mat, pull your mat in two. That will create more strength. Inhale, arms up overhead. So let's clasp our thumbs again, draw shoulders back, expand in the heart here, and then release the thumbs, fingertips to the sky. If you want to bend a little more in the knee, do so. Expand out and release. Let's come back to center to Tadasana, to our mountain pose. Inhale, hands in front of your heart. Connect to your stillness. Connect to your strength. Virabhadrasana, for me, is courage in action. We're moving into these postures and finding our courage in our action. And from that stillness, drawing strength from inside. So now we'll move into Virabhadrasana 3. So we're going to face over to, I'm going to face over to the right side here. Take hands to the hips. I'm going to step forward with the right foot. Inhale, arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together. Release the pointer fingers. Squeeze the arms towards your ears. Inhale, lengthen up as you step forward with your right foot and gaze one pointed in front of you. And you're going to pivot and hinge from your hips forward. Lengthening forward, extending through the fingertips out through the toes. And then come back as still as you can. If you fall out, come back to your stillness. Let's come back to Tadasana. That's one of the most courageous things we can do, is when we fall, to get back up. No judgment, compassion and understanding, and know that each time you'll build your strength. And that's what happens in a commitment to our practice. So let's go to the other side. Hands to the hips. Step the left foot forward. Extend, bring the arms up overhead. Clasp the hands, release the pointer fingers here. Now squeeze the arms towards your ears. We're hugging to the midline here, and that helps us to connect to our strength. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, pivot from your hips, point the back foot, and then slowly come forward. And if you come out, then you come back in again. Connect to your stillness and then come back. And you lengthen through the fingertips, through the back toes. And when you're ready, come out. As steady as you can. Hands in front of the heart. Connect to your stillness, Anjali Mudra. Breathe. Beautiful, everyone. So let's come down to the floor. We're going to come onto our backs. Extend the arms up overhead and stretch from the fingertips to the toes. Inhale, stretch out, and exhale, soften. Bend the knees. And we're going to do a couple of abdominal strengthening postures. In all of our postures, the core strength is very important. So let's clasp our hands behind the thighs, rock up, shoulders up and back here. We're going to come into boat pose, Navasana. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then lift the legs. So this is stage one. You might be here, you might be here. Stage two is to release your hands. And now we're going to slowly lower down, connect to that core strength. Hug everything into the midline. Let your hands come towards each other so they're parallel. And we come down, down, down as slow as we can to the floor and let go to the mat. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. We'll do this again. Shoulders up and back. Lengthen through your spine and lift the legs. Try to keep the length in the spine as much as possible. So you go to whatever stage is best for you. Maybe you open your arms. Maybe you want to try straightening your legs, holding or opening up to the side here. Now hug everything to the midline here. Hug your legs together. We're going to slowly, slowly lower, lower, lower down to the earth as slow as you can. Connecting to that strength and then releasing to the earth. And let everything fall into the mat. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Deep inhale and long exhale. A quote from my meditation teacher, Guru Mai, wrote, "Let us make a pledge that if not all day or all night long, at least for a few moments every day, we will make an effort to experience love. Love that is free from selfishness, free from desire, free from expectation, love that is complete freedom." Let's bend our knees. You can rock up or slowly roll over to one side, slowly pushing yourself up. And we're going to come for a seated meditation. So either get your blanket or your chair, your shawl, if you like. And we'll sit for just a minute. Let's come right to our breath. Feel rooted in the sit bones and inhale, lengthen through your spine. Drawing your breath inside. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. Noticing how you're breathing. Now see if you can connect to that energy inside that is breathing you. So allow the breathing to happen. As the breath draws you deeper inside to that space of stillness and awareness of yourself being breathed. The next breath, let's open up our hands, acknowledging that power within us that breathes us and within each of us. Bring our hands in front of our hearts. And we'll take a deep breath in and chant one Om. Inhale. From my heart to yours, namaste.